So let's talk about how we scale AI for the enterprise. If you're a large organization and you want to deploy this, one way to do this is pick an LLM and let me fire into a use case. But for most organizations, what we'll want to do is we'll want to start creating an architectural approach where we can apply scale and we can better manage the AI models, we can better manage the data they process. So what we want to talk about now is how do we achieve that scale? Our starting point is creating the foundation for scale. And that's what we call the context fabric. At its lowest level, it's all the data in the organization that we'll want to use connected together. And then through a semantic layer, we create an understanding and all the business terms that we'll use in the AI conversation. And then finally, we create an ontological layer, which is all those business terms and the relationships between them and the language we use to make sure that the application is grounded in the organization. For example, in banking, we might pick credit cards and say, okay, for a credit card application, we're going to create a semantic context within which this AI application. We can create multiple AI applications and scale them. So right from application for a credit card right through to customer service in the call center, we can have AI applications at any point along that path. From there, we see three architectural patterns that will underpin a large number of use cases. So instead of trying to do random use cases across the organization, we're actually engineering AI and the use of AI to be more maintainable, more supportable, and more performant. So these three repeatable patterns are AI assistants, AI data products, and agentic AI. So the AI assistants, these are where we've got the co-pilot format. So you're using that context and you're helping business people to answer specific questions related to the context. So, what is the, credit card balances for across my portfolio of customers, or what are the riskiest home loans in a given postcode? These rapid fire assistant questions that, use vast amounts of data to answer very specific questions. And just the flexibility of that will create many, many flavors of these AI assistants across an organization. Second architectural pattern, this is the AI data products. The consumers for this are probably more, the data scientists or the people generating reports on behalf of the organization. So they're asking for, give me a data product with a wide record and it contains a certain type of data. So I'm now serving those out and building them on the fly, and they can be heavily tailored. I might even think about building data products that are consumable by automated systems. So all of this gives me flexibility to supply that data, but do it in a very managed way. So AI is helping me create them, but they're populated in a marketplace and they're very transparent and they're very trusted. So that flexibility in the data product space is where AI helps. And then the third pattern is this agentic AI. Now this is quite new, and what we're seeing here is probably got two main uses. The first one's more of that internal use where you've got a goal that's driven, maybe a technical goal, a systems goal, where we want to make sure that our systems can scale, and there's a lot of technical configuration. As we integrate multiple systems, we can actually now get agentic AI to control the configs of those and the parameters for those, and over time optimize the performance of systems in the background. In addition, more in the business areas, these AI agents can be continuously running and goal-driven. So this is how do I make sure that I stay compliant? For example, if I've got, credit cards, for example, I might want to say, well, I don't want to achieve a certain balance, and therefore I can have continuous agents making sure that they're working on behalf of customers to help proactively engage with them, to retain their spend and remind them when, they might be getting a little bit adventurous. We see that agentic space, again, anything that's goal-driven, we can do it at high levels, low levels, but again, continuous running, goal-driven, and using all of the context available to figure out, what to do next. So that's three scalable patterns, and then they can be applied across many industries. So we've got, banking, telecommunications, healthcare, all these data-driven industries. We see this is a pathway to achieving real scale with AI.